I'm Paul,
And I'm Johnny.
and we're from Nothing More.
We're from Nothing More. The difference is we're playing with much high caliber bands now and people that we've looked up to our whole musical lives, really. Playing with Seven Dust was a huge blessing. I've looked up to Morgan Rose as a drummer forever. Same thing with Adrenaline Mob.
Yeah, they're a big part of our youth.
Yeah. So really that's the biggest difference is, playing with just bands that kill it every night. They're pros.
Man, just touring with Adrenaline Mob was incredible because Mike Portnoy was a big influence of mine and Johnny's. We both played drums in Nothing More. So, it's just being able to tour with them and, hang out with him. He's a really cool dude, and as well as all of them were. But, we both got to hang out and play on his drum set with him, and that was like unbelievable. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it was happening when it was happening. I'm glad we got it a little bit on film.
Yeah, totally. And same thing goes for Seven Dust. I mean, they're a band that we really like touring with, and hopefully get some more dates with them. But there's a band regionally in Texas named The Last Place You Look. They're good friends of ours, but they're also a really, really awesome, unique band. Up-and-comers just like us, so keep an eye out for them.
Dan.
Yeah, I'd say Dan.
Our bass player.
Probably me.
Yeah. Johnny.
Probably me. Absolutely. I think the last record, I'm trying to remember. Each record was really, there was no goal like this record's going to be about this or that ahead of time. It was really just compiling all the life experiences that we went through in a given period of time. And with the new record, I went through a death with my mom. We each went through broken relationships. The other thing was there was a lot of stuff that I know I personally went through, but the guys had as well. We all grew up in the church, and we saw kind of the politics behind religion firsthand, and that kind of stuff just really rubbed us the wrong way, and I'm sure a lot of people out there can relate to that. So that's why you see a lot of that content on there. It's just because we happened to go through it and see it firsthand and didn't like it. Well, now we have Paul, the secret weapon here. No, it is different just because we've grown a lot. The Few Not Fleeting, I was singing for the very first time, ever. That was kind of an experiment in a lot of ways. And this record was much more, a lot more experience was going into it. We knew what we wanted. We knew that we weren't going to stop until we got it right. And whereas the Few Not Fleeting was much more, we didn't know how it was going to turn out, that kind of a thing. So we had a goal with this one, and we got what we wanted. Oh, good question. We love that guy, man. He's kind of, if Will, our manager, who also co-produced the record, if he was the fifth member of the band, then Paco Estrada would be the sixth member of the band that you don't see. And he actually co-wrote with us on the Few Not Fleeting as well. And he was in a band called South FM back in the day, and we did some shows with them and just immediately struck a chord with Paco. He's one of those guys that just being around him, you can just sense this something about him. There's a spark, there's a creativity that just being around him, even though he has a lot of good input, just sparked creativity in all of us, and the record would not be what it is without that guy.
Yeah, he's a brilliant lyricist and songwriter too. And his voice, when you hear it, you know it's him, undeniable.
Much more difficult. And I say that because before we got Paul, basically we were making the switch with the touring drummer that we had. So I was having to write the drum parts initially with all the guys in the jam room, and then imagine what the singing was going to be like over it, which if you're playing like pop rock or something really simple and straightforward, it'd be a little bit easier. But since it's kind of proggy and there's like time signature changes and shit like that, it's really hard to do both at once. So we would record all the stuff in the garage, then we'd take it all up into this like upper level like little getaway room, and then we just listen to it, and then we'd work vocally on it all together. So that was kind of a challenge, and it was also a big learning experience because we wanted a high caliber recording quality without going to a giant studio and paying that big dollar sign. So that was hard to do both. We have some really good things happening on the business end of things. We've just recently kind of crossed that mile marker in our history where there's starting to be a buzz within other bands and agents and management and labels and stuff like that. And that's something that we've been fighting for a long time. I'm sure many how hard it is to get people to look at what you're doing and get their attention. And so now we're starting to get some attention and some offers. And so we're just really excited about what that's going to bring. We don't know exactly what that means yet because it's all getting hashed out, but in the next year or two, you're going to see a lot of touring from us. We were actually in an interview yesterday, and it got interrupted by a guy named Danny Wimmer. He's one of the guys that puts this whole festival on, and he said, "I never do this, but I'm interrupting this interview to let you know that you're playing main stage tomorrow." And we were all wide-eyed and surprised. So that was an amazing surprise to have.
Yeah,
that's how it happened.
Yeah, I mean, apparently we played the Ernie Bell stage yesterday, and there were several of the higher ups, the people that put on the festival, that caught our set, and they just really liked what they saw and offered us to play the next day, and we're super stoked to do it.
Yep. There was people as far as the eye could see, it seemed like, so it was huge, awesome. I was more nervous than I've been in a long time, to say the least, but it was awesome.
Yeah, and what was really cool about today is just the spirit of the crowd. Like we could have imagined how many people would be out, main stage at a festival like this, but just the fact that there's so many people that don't know us that, raising their fists in the air and really like rocking out, just I think totally blew our minds. Very cool.
Totally, yeah. it was cool seeing, there were some people that flew in from Texas and met them after the show and saw them up front singing every word, so that was really cool. Get some support from our home state. There was also, you know, a lot of new people, and they were singing the last song, Salem. We always do the Burn the Witch thing, and they were singing along right with it, so it was pretty badass.
Yeah, it was really cool. We kind of walked out in the crowd right after we played, and so many people had seen us the day before at the Ernie Ball stage and had come back out to see us again when they heard that we were playing again today. I imagine they made up a lot of, you know, the vast majority of the people singing along. Like, it was awesome. Gave me goosebumps to see it, so very cool.
Yeah, we're selling our self-titled record just through our website, nothingmore.net. We got a store. It's not on iTunes yet for political reasons, but you can get it directly through our website, or just Google Nothing More. It'll come up with all our social media and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's there.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we believe in the website. Go to the website.
Go to the
That's
website.
what we're releasing for now. And it's available in physical copy. We'll ship it to you, and also an immediate digital download, so no fear. We're Nothing More.
And when we
Hey everybody, we're Nothing More.
look up
Are you ready? 1, 2.
Wait, is it me?
We're Nothing More.
Sorry, yeah.
I was gonna do it all.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We're Nothing More, and when we want to see exclusive interviews about bands, we go to ontourmonthly.com.
.com.